Hello and welcome once again to a non-lethal game series. Today I am playing Sid Meier's Civilization 5 Brave New World. I've also got all of the DLCs for this game, so we'll have a lot of options. It should be a lot of fun. I'm just going to jump straight into it. If you've never played a Civilization game before, I recommend you check out Civilization 5, or you could wait maybe the month or two it is until the next game from Civilization comes out called what is it? After Earth, which is not set in our history but set in our future, so it should be really exciting. Tonight I'm also drinking Scotch and Coke, so if you hear me stop and pause to sip, that's what I'm doing. Delicious. Alright, so let's just jump straight into a single player game. I'm gonna not do a scenario or a tutorial or anything. I'm not gonna play with my last settings. I last played as Japan. I'm gonna go a random game, so we're going to go a random leader, random map type, we won't go a random map size, that'll make it a bit too crazy. Let's stick with something small, just so it's a bit pacier to go through. We're going to stick with a prince level difficulty. Now some people will laugh at me, that's really easy and whatnot, but for the purposes of this playthrough I think it'll be fine. Standard game pace, and as you can see, these are what I'm going to go with. I'm not going to put in the time victory, and I'm going to do policy saving, promotion saving, all those sorts of things. Quick combat and quick movement are enabled because it makes things just go a bit faster. So let's jump right into it. Let's see who we get. The Persians.
Blessings of heaven be upon you, beloved King Darius of Persia. You lead a strong and wise people. In the morning of the world, the great Persian leader Cyrus revolted against the mighty Median Empire, and by 550 BC, the Medes were no more.
That's no good.
Through cunning diplomacy and military prowess.
Alright, so let's go and talk over the top of this guy. Basically, we get this unique ability, the Legacy, which gives us longer lasting Golden Ages. We get extra movement, extra combat strength during Golden Ages. We get Immortals, which replace Spearmen. They heal twice as fast, and have a higher combat strength, and the Satrap's Core, which replaces the Market, I think, and gives you extra happiness and extra monies instead of what it normally gives you. Sorry if you couldn't hear that, I was talking over the top of Leonard Nimoy. Alright, let's see what we've got here. We've got some copper, some gems, some wheat, and some deer. We appear to be next to a few bodies of water, which is good. There's some plains, some grassland. Alright, it seems like a pretty good starting location, but we won't settle straight away because there's some tundra there, and I'd like to avoid that if I can. So I'm going to move around with my warrior here to see what we can see at the top of this hill. Oh, we really are on a small island. There's some fish and some sheep. So I suppose this is as good a place as any to start, really. We're within range of everything except for those sheep. So maybe we'll just scooch up one. It'll get us slightly further away from that tundra as well. You think we go into this plains block here, or even this grassland here, but we don't want to move too far away in case there's something really nice down the bottom here. So we'll just go to there, and that'll give us only one entrance for attacks from the ocean as well. So we'll found our city of Persepolis right there. Ooh, there's some more copper there as well. And I believe, yes, we are just in range of that as well, so not a bad little location here. Alright, now there's usually a good accepted way of playing these games, what sort of to pick first or whatever, and I generally try to ignore them and just go with the flow, so we're going to do that. So there's not a lot of options we have to build here. Settlers we can't build yet because you have to have at least a population of 2, which we'll get in 8 turns. They let you found new cities, obviously. Workers let you go around and improve the tiles around you so you get the bonuses from them. Scouts move quickly but are not very strong at all and good for exploring, which I don't think we'll need because we're on such a small island. We've already got a warrior and we don't see any immediate threats, so we won't do that. So let's go with the monument, which is also recommended by our economic advisor. Now, the monument gives you 2 culture a turn. It also costs 1 gold a turn, which is fine. We're making 3 gold per turn. And we'll go from 1 culture, as you can see here, to 4. So the more culture you have increases your border growth and also makes it harder for other civilizations to exert their culture on you. Alright, we also get to choose research. Now there is a big giant tree of all the different researches you can pick, and they go all the way up here into the information era, where it gets to the modern age. You go into the future. So as you can see, it's sort of like a tree. It tiers out into different areas. Now the building that we get, the satrap's court, is there in banking in the middle, which generally at the top there's some sciencey stuff, there's some art stuff and boats. In the middle there's like some land units, but mostly some more science and artsy, and it's really sort of diplomatic and whatnot. And the bottom is generally warfare and things like that. You can get your gunpowder and whatnot. So we won't go shoot for this straight away because it's like 205 turns. That's a ridiculous amount of time. But we will. Let's have another look at our map. We have deer, which requires trapping, as you see there. Copper, which requires mining, and gems that require mining. Fish that require sailing, and sheep that require animal husbandry. So I think we've got 3 things that require mining. So why don't we go ahead and go for mining? Excuse me. And it'll automatically process the enemy players' turns and the city-states, which are neutral parties which you can trade with and whatnot, and they give you some bonuses. So you've got our scoreboard up the top here, so you can see we're coming equal first with 3 players. Alright, let's have a look around our island. I want to go down the bottom here and see what is past these deer. I can see a little bit down here into tundra, but I can't see anything past those deer. And there's nothing else for us to do because we're still building and still researching, so let's just go ahead and click the next turn. Alright, let's cautiously... there's nothing. More tundra. How excellent. And let's just end the turn again. Gonna go quick. The early game goes pretty quickly. Every now and then you'll come across barbarians. Ooh, there's some more gems and some more deer. Barbarians are quite annoying. Ha! Speak of the devil, there's a camp right there. Now, what this camp is, it's like a city. Barbarians will occasionally spawn from it and they'll come and attack you. They're always bad guys, you can't make peace with them. They're generally pretty irritating in the early game and they become basically nothing later on in the game. You kill them, you get experience. It's basically a way to get some experience early game in combat so you can have some units which are worth keeping. So let's just go right ahead and attack these barbarians, don't we? So you can see there it's a stalemate. We'll take some damage, they'll take some damage, but nothing really will come of it. So our advantage though, which I'll show you in a few turns, is that we can heal damage. So you've got the option here to fortify until healed, so they'll stay there defending themselves until they're better. But let's hit them one more time. We took 23, they took 30, and we got some experience. So once we've gathered enough experience, we'll get a level up, which we've now done. Now, early on, you don't get very many options for promotions. You basically get 3 options. You can spend a promotion to heal until full, which doesn't actually give you a promotion, it just gives you... Sorry, no, it gives you 50 hit points. My bad. You can choose to be better in rough terrain, like hills, forest, or jungle, or better in open terrain, which is not hills, forest, or jungle. We've got some forest around here and some hills, but it's mostly pretty open, so I'm tempted to go for shock. Now you can see it says shock 1. There are 3 levels of this, and each level will stack, and other promotions have prerequisites for other things. Let's go for that. Check and see now, we've now got a minor victory as we have a bonus in open terrain. But let's not take that risk because we're getting low on health now. We're halfway, so let's heal a little bit. Now you heal faster if you're within your own territory, and even faster still if you're within a city. As you can see, we've just gained back a guy. And nothing exciting is happening, we're just waiting for our guy to heal some more, so let's just end turn. Aha! Our city has grown, so we've gained an extra population, so every population you have, as we see when we enter our city, can work a tile. I'll go open the city mansion. So as you can see, our city has always worked, and we have 1 citizen working on this grassland, and 1 citizen working on this wheat, which gives us 2 food, 1 production, and this gives us 2 food. Now, we could put someone onto, for example, this gems will give us 3 gold and 2 production, but we'll be losing our 2 food, so we'll become what's called stagnant, which means our city will not grow. So what we really need to do is get a worker out so we can start improving these tiles and make it so it's more bang for our buck. Now, as you can see here, we've got 2 turns until our border grows, and it will grow into this area here surrounded by purple, so we'll get access to that copper as well. Now, fortunately, we just finished our monument, so now we get to choose a new production. And what I think we're going to do, as you may have guessed, is we're going to go with a worker. It takes a long time to build this worker, 14 turns. As you improve your cities, they become better at getting production, and it takes less time to build things. But now we're able to build mines and chop down forests, which will be very handy because chopping down forests gives you bonus production. Although if you do that, you're not able to build a lumber mill later on, which we'll get to, which gives you bonus production over time. Now, we're not going to wait for this guy to finish healing all the way, because otherwise it'll be very boring. We're mostly all the way. We're 81 out of 100, so it'll be 2 more turns till he's healed to full, but let's just go ahead and hit this guy for bang, minor victory. Ooh, and our research is finished as well. Of course I knew that. Now we have the option of more research. Now, as you can see, more options have come up, as we'll have a look here. Since we took mining, we now have options of masonry and bronze working. Bronze working will reveal iron and let us remove jungle and let us build a few other things. Masonry will let us clear marsh and build quarries, neither of which are things we need. There's also wonders and other buildings, and there's all sorts of things in here. What I think we're going to go for next, I'm leaning toward animal husbandry, because there is a sheep up there and we need that to be able to build a pasture, but more importantly we have the deer, and you need a camp to construct to build on deer. So let's just go click on trapping. We can't get it yet, but what it will do is research this and then automatically go next into trapping once it's finished with animal husbandry. So that should take a total of 20 turns to do that, so we got some time. Alright, so no barbarian units have spawned out, so we've been pretty fortunate. This guy's basically got nothing left. It's a decisive victory, so if we take out this camp, nothing will spawn and we should earn some gold. There we go, 25 gold earned. And we've seen an island over the other side which has an ancient ruin, so early game you really want to find these ancient ruins because they give you a nice little bonus, usually some gold or some culture, sometimes a worker or some faith so you can get a religion. It really is random, and it's really good extra little perk for all your guys to go with. So it looks like we're on small islands as our map type, which is interesting. Now our guy's a little bit hurt, so what I'm going to do is walk him back toward our territory to heal, just so he goes that little bit faster. Early game I like to edge along in my movement so I don't accidentally walk onto a barbarian unit, which is very embarrassing because it is a good way of getting you killed. Aha, we may now adopt a policy as well. Alright, we'll go into our forest, that ends our warriors movement, and we'll adopt a policy. So now we have these social policies. This is also what culture gets you. After you reach a certain threshold you get a point which you can spend into these, which give you extra little bonuses. So tradition is good for small empires, liberty is good for rapidly expanding, honor is good for fighting barbarians and fighting in general, and piety is good for faith. Now, I haven't really decided which way I'm going to go, but let's go with something non-standard. I normally go with tradition because it gives you extra bonuses of culture and whatnot, but we're the Persians, we're good at fighting, we fight when we're happy. So let's go with honor, which will give us extra bonus against barbarians, culture when we kill barbarians, and allow us to build the statue of Zeus. And if we fill out all of these points, this is just unlocking the tree, we'll get gold when we kill things, which will be quite handy, I think. So let's go with honor. Alright. Coming along nicely. 8 turns till our worker. And our guys here. Now, we could just heal here, and we'll heal instead of 10, 15 a turn, but we can walk into our city and tell him to heal, and we should heal 20 a turn, which will make it much faster. Yes, heal, my pretty, heal. We're not going to be able to do much until our warrior is ready or until something else happens. Oh, they heal 25 a turn. That's pretty handy. Oh, he's pretty much full health now.
Thou shalt not muzzle the ox when he treadeth out the corn.
There we go. We got animal husbandry, which now allows us to build a caravan, which is, you can get a trade route, but we haven't seen anyone we can trade with, and lets us do some other things as well, like build pastures, and we discover horses. So can't actually see any horses, so there mustn't be any in our area, which makes me sad. But anyway, let's not wait for our warrior to heal the last 3 hit points. Blah. Let's walk down this way and see what's over here past the tundra. Alright. Ooh, there's some stone down there, which requires us to have masonry. And, it gives you a good production bonus. Just one more quick look a bit further down here. Aha! Barbarians! Now, that's a hill and snow. We fight better on the flat. That encampment is on a hill, so either way we're a bit boned. If we go onto the hill, we'll get a bonus because we're on high ground. Come at me, bro. Aha, minor victory. Oh yeah, that was a nice bit of damage. And our city's grown again, so as you can see, we're 3 population, and we have an extra person working the fish over in the ocean over there. Isn't that lovely? And that's 1 turn until our worker is done. Okay, let's attack these guys one more time, and then we'll have to think about healing. Some ice around here. Ooh, we've got another promotion, and they spawned a unit on the other side. Oh dear, so we've now got some extra promotion options. We've got shock level 2, like I said before. We can still pick drill number 1, and we can still pick to heal. But we also have amphibious, which means you can attack on over rivers or waters or the ocean without penalty. Cover, which means when people shoot you, you take less damage. And medic, all units in adjacent tiles heal extra per turn. That's pretty nice, but since we only have 1 unit, it's not that handy. So let's go up to shock level 2, which will make us even better in fighting in open terrain. And then we'll probably have to sit back and heal for a little bit, because otherwise that second warrior there will take us out. And we have a worker, so as you can see, it's recommending we build a mine here, which will give us access to those gems, which give us extra happiness, and it'll incentivize our other citizens to work that tile. Alright, what should we build next? Probably get away with building a scout, but again, it's not a very big island, so why don't we go ahead and build a warrior? No, I changed my mind. That'll take 8 turns, and we have trapping in 8 turns, so instead, no, actually, we're going to keep it. Let's go with a warrior. Do something different. We're an honourable fighting force, and we're going to go with what we know. Alright, so let's construct a mine. It'll take 6 turns. We'll get extra production on that tile, so instead of 2, it'll be 3, and it'll get us gems. Lovely. And we have another policy. Alright. Ooh, warrior code. Gives bonus production when training melee units, which is what we're doing, and we get a great general. And they also earn 50% faster, so we can take that, or we can take 15% extra combat strength for units which have an adjacent military unit. We are building a second one, but I'm confident if we go with warrior code, it will serve us better in the long run. Great generals are good. They can construct citadels within your territory or within 1 tile of the edge, and they hurt enemy units that come near and give you a fort to defend in. But also, when you go next to friendly units, they get a bonus to their fighting ability, and that's what I'm aiming for here. Oh, our warrior is getting attacked. This could go better. Let's move down there. Let's wait there. Don't need to do anything yet. We can still heal. Aha, they're coming to get me. And every now and then It'll come up with these lists to say who's doing what, and this is people with the pointiest sticks, so the people with the highest military power. We have 26 with our 1 warrior, so clearly there's someone out there who has something better, or 2 people. But there's also people who are the same as me who basically still have their starting warrior. So since we're building a second one, we should be better and we'll be higher at that list. But also, since we haven't met anyone else, it's not a big deal. Let's go on to our warrior and get him to attack these filthy barbarians. Alright, what I might do is take a pause here. Thanks for watching, guys. Once again, you can keep up with my videos by subscribing to this channel, youtube.com/nerdsatnight. I've also got my own personal channel, which I'll put stuff on every now and then, which is youtube.com/nonLethalGaming. You can follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/nonLethalGaming, and also the Nerds at Night Twitter itself, twitter.com/nerdsatnight. We have a Facebook page, facebook.com/Nerds at Night community, but more importantly, we have our own website now where everything gets put on, which is www.nerdsatnight.com. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you soon.